Marshawn Lynch, two after the penalty. Here's Lynch probing. And right at that line to make.
Thinks he can get him in the right looks.
Carr. Quick slant, high throw, but caught by Jared Cook. They've wanted to see. They come with jet motion with Cooper, who's able to with Cook and Carrier. And they will run, and here is Lynch, but he's met and then goes ahead with Peter. Carr out of the backfield is Lynch. Lynch testing the middle and getting a push right through.
Defense here.
Said they throw and met right away.
That photo on national TV.
Play action. Carr extending the play. 20 after the penalty. To the outside.
We talk about Aaron Donald and Ndmakong being quiet early. I'll go back to when I was in Tampa. We used to go against this Gruden offense when myself and Sapp were in there. What they're going to do is they're going to make sure Rodney Hudson, the center, knows where Aaron Donald is, and they're going to allow the other guard to play one-on-one with Ndmakong. They aren't going to let these two guys wreck shop inside.
Right now, they've mastered that little stem at the last second to get the offensive line to false start.
Exactly.
As often is the case when you stem. Jalen Richard in the backfield now with Carr on 2nd and 13. Pressured and put down. And a flag comes down as Brockers and Donald collapsed on Derek Carr.
Just a tremendous move by Aaron Donald. I mean, tremendous inside move, Tess.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Number 99, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Just a tremendous inside move by Aaron Donald. The quickness, the ability to plant on the outside, you know what? And flip him inside. Flip those hips and go down. I don't necessarily agree with that penalty. I know he went low. But just a tremendous move by Aaron Donald.
You know, it's interesting. Yesterday, there were 14 roughing the passer calls in the NFL. The most in any week since 2001.
I'm not sure what he's supposed to do there, Tess. He was falling down. If he goes high, they're going to call contact to the head. If he goes low, they call a personal foul.
That is a point of emphasis.
He just runs so hard.
3 yards for Lynch. Ndmakong pushing him back.
You know, going back to that sack that you saw in Donald, he's going against Osemele, who's a pretty good player. He's a two-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
He just gets you leaning. He has such great awareness. All the great pass rushers. And I played against Donald the last 2 years, and we had Zach Martin there in Dallas, and it was a battle. But he says his balance and his speed and then his awareness to know when to disengage, like we just saw. It's rare.
2nd and 7. Carr gets it up quickly. 5 of 6 passing. 3rd and 7 now. As he goes underneath, and Shard has come down to the near side of your screen. Carr is going to put it up. There's Lynch on 1st and 20. And Cook on 2nd and 16. Carr. Here's Lynch as he lowers the shoulders back towards the field. Quickly gets it out to Roberts. The young precocious star opposite John Gruden. Downfield and complete on 2nd and goal. Carr sprinting right, and now he's going to tuck. Play clock down to 1. They go with Nelson. He had to wait for blockers.
And that view is about one guy. That's Aaron Donald. His ability to get off the football and get upfield and penetrate and get in the backfield. This guy is one of the most versatile athletes in the game. But this is what makes him great. His inside move, coming inside on one of the best guards in the game, Kelechi Osemele. Then the physical battle with Gabe Jackson going back and forth inside. It's been a great matchup to watch tonight. Donald against these two guards inside. Must-see TV.
Of course, he held out this year, but then signed that big extension. It was in pads 8 days before this game. Turn showed up. He missed off the dirt. Here's Martin trying to go right into the teeth.
He's got the matchup up top again with Cook.
2nd and 10, looking for it all. Carr quickly gets it out to Richard. Carr to pass on 1st down. Shallow under. 2nd and a very short 1. 1st down from midfield. Carr was floating, and saw Ndmakong in his face. And there's the flag.
Holding. Offense. Number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
It's Kelechi Osemele, Pro Bowl starter in each of the last 2 seasons. Now, ball control, one of the storylines of this first half.
Yeah, and one of the things you're seeing in that 4-man rush, Wade's not feeling like he has to blitz because guess who that holding penalty? Osemele. Guess who was blocking there?
Yeah.
Donald.
Yeah, best defensive lineman in the league.
Coach Phillips got a lot of confidence. 4-man rush can get home, and then he can drop 7 into coverage. That's why we're seeing the running backs be so involved in this passing game.
And with that penalty, a 2nd and 20.
Does he get aggressive?
Here's Carr on 3rd and 13. Settles underneath again, keeping in front. Breaks the initial. So now clock counting down to 35 seconds. Under again, Richard. Success. Three burns deep into the night of a tie game to finish up week 1 of the NFL season. Carr line here towards the bottom of your screen now. 3rd and 10. Carr pressured, man in his face, and he had to throw it.
What's been going on tonight with the $100 million man, Aaron Donald, against Kelechi Osemele? One-on-one, you're going to have to get there a little quicker. He's been getting close, but he just hasn't quite gotten there. Great job by Osemele keeping Donald at bay for 2.5 seconds. But when you're targeted as a $100 million man and possibly the best player in football, a lot is expected of Aaron Donald. He's going to have to show up in this last 4.5.
$135 million with $87 guaranteed on that 6-year extension. And Donald doesn't have a tackle tonight. 3rd and 2. Carr. Pressure up the middle, steps forward, and there he goes down. Mike.
Critical in your passing attack.
2nd and 10. Carr, a little bit of pressure, so he checks down to Richard, who's quickly wrapped up. Here's Carr with time over the middle and complete to the reliable Jared Cook. What a night!
And then attacking.
Carr backed up. Picked
Wow.
off. How sloppy was that? Corey Littleton with the inner. By at least 17 points entering the 4th quarter, and yet they found a way to do that. As Carr is going to check down to Richard. This is not having the body weight come down on a quarterback any longer in the league. As he gets it again to Jared Cook. Cook. Picked off. Marcus Peters strutting his stuff. Rodgers, that dynamic effort on night, and then the double dip of Monday Night Football before we head to Chicago next week to see Khalil Mack against Russell Wilson and Seattle. Peters capped it with the pick 6. Carr with costly turnovers. The Rams explode in the